Bro is so cringe. Dandadan episode 22, and oh my gosh, yeah, we get big from here. So first off, we're introduced to a new character, Kinta. And yeah, this guy is probably your most stereotypical nerd, even more so than Okarun. We learn a little about him in that he thinks he's very confident, but when confronted with actual people, not so much. And it turns out that he's actually been watching Okarun for a while, specifically noticing how close that he and Momo are. So maybe eventually kind of working out the courage, he wants to find out why Okarun is so popular with girls, or at least like, 2 or 3 of them. So when Momo and Okarun get a lead on where his ball might be, Kinta follows him and gets all caught up in everything. For the moment, it seems like their adversary is a ghost that's holding the ball and making it move around, so they have a chase scene here and there, but it turns out it is actually an invisible foe. I think it was interesting how Kinta was following them around. I wasn't expecting him to stick around that much, but it turns out he actually is sorta helpful, even though he's kinda getting in the way and being annoying here and there. So he suggests that if they all look at it from different angles, they might be able to notice an imperfection and pin it down, which they do, and they're able to knock it out. And sending it flying, the cloaking goes away, and it turns out that it is actually a kaiju. Well, it was a really small one, but seemingly it swallowed the ball, because now that the kaiju is visible, they can't see it. But I do love how things end off on the episode, because the kaiju isn't just defeated for the moment, it actually grows to, well, kaiju size, and that is the next big threat. Overall, seeing the colors here are great. I love the green too, and that's going to be, a big focus for the fight in the next episode. But overall, I think it's a good introduction to the new character because his personality is so different from everyone else. Again, even though he is sort of a nerd in a similar vein to Okarun, he's still very different in terms of his approach and how he talks to people and how he acts, his appearance, all that stuff. So he does actually end up being potentially a valuable member to the team. Of course, the action was top-notch as always. There's like no point where it falters really in this whole series so far. But for now, I'm really interested to see how that kaiju fight goes.